Hello traders, Vladimir here from Home Trader Club and welcome to our 2025 Forex forecast. So first of all, I would like to start with top wishes to you and your beloved ones for 2025. I hope that you will have a fantastic year ahead of you, and generally speaking, that the world will know better days. The last year was tough, was hard, not only last year, several of the recent years. And I really want to hope and believe that starting from 2025, things will start to improve in all the aspects. So I really want to take this moment and to wish you and yours all the absolutely very best for this coming year. And a little bit before the charts, I would like also to thank 8K Broker for being a fantastic partner for us, for our community, for our club in 2024. In 2025, we are looking for even better run, even better opportunities for you, the traders, for us, the community, and stay tuned because great things would be announced during 2025. So to continue and enjoy all the amazing offers we have with 8K Broker, please refer to the link below this video in the description. Now let's go to the charts and let's see some very interesting opportunities for 2025. The first would be the euro dollar. So a lot was discussed about this pair. Is it going again to the level of 0.95 and 0.90, maybe even below that? Is it going to rally to be above 110 and 115 during the year? So I want to show how I approach towards the long-term opportunities and what I do believe should happen with the euro dollar. So technically speaking, here we are in between the all-time high, all-time low, of course, from the available history, right? And the way I love to see is where we at as paired the all-time peak to all-time bottom and find the opportunities accordingly. Meaning, once we are on the lower part between all-time high and low, we should be looking for buys, and once we are above the middle and of the all-time high, we should be looking for sells, as the price in most of the times loves to return to the middle, to the center, the normal, the area where the both buyers and sellers will feel comfortable. So that's from the all-time highs and lows perspective. Is the euro dollar actually ready for that? I personally have my doubts. And there are many things that could happen during the year, of course, geopolitically and politically, with the rates and so on and so on. One thing that is trending from 2024, that the rates in the eurozone are decreasing and expected to continue in decrease, while in the US the situation is not so welcoming for aggressive decreases, aggressive rate cuts, and therefore the negative momentum that the euro dollar is experiencing is very likely here to stay. How low can the euro dollar go? Ideal scenario, I don't claim specifically it will happen during 2025. Specifically, it could take some time as we're looking at a monthly chart. However, the ideal technical scenario would be if the euro dollar can complete the final low, which means go below the previous low that was created during the 2022, and then it will very likely start and create this bullish divergence, where from we can then talk about long-term buys. Okay. Meanwhile, the sell the rallies for the longer run makes absolute sense. if you are in already. During 2024, we were talking about this double cycle that was forming on the euro dollar and this bearish divergence that followed. What's next? As I said, I don't think that the bottom was completed. I don't think it is there already. I think the euro dollar should have one more low, and on a shorter term, very possible scenario is that the euro will find some comfort around this zone, will try to make some recovery, and from there very likely to see further decline. That would I would expect from the euro dollar, both the shorter term once again to complete this shorter term cycle, find some comfort, complete some bullish divergences, make some rallies, where from very likely to believe the bearish trend will continue and align with the higher time frames. Let me know, how do you see the euro for 2025 in the comments. The next pair would be the pound dollar, which, like the euro dollar, I believe it still has some room to the downside. However, once it creates a bottom, I think pound dollar should be one of the better and safer buy opportunities during the year and years to come. I do see that as a triple cycle here on the monthly chart. I do see these bullish divergence, a key divergence, and I do expect to see some longer correction taking place on the pound dollar. While the Eurozone cuts aggressively, the pound is not there yet. So from my point of view, the pound dollar should complete, after these two waves, one of the two scenarios. ABCD to the downside, where from very likely to expect further rally, or some sort of a range here for a while until it will regain all the buyers and all the bullish fundamental reasons and create the buy opportunities. We have several very strong zones we need to pay attention to. Of course, the first one is here, strong demand area that could create buy opportunities, at least on the shorter term. And then we have all this inner zone where the buyers were loading their money here in this area. After sellers were in control, take a look what happens. The higher high structure started to change. We did have lower highs, lower lows in all this road. Now we start to see higher highs, right? And that's the moment where they were loading. Big green candle, range, and then boom, they explode. So this is their second key zone. And that's where I would expect to see the buy opportunities for the pound dollar, either from this area or slightly lower, well, not really slightly, but lower, to provide major buy opportunities during 2025. Historically, like the euro dollar, again, I don't have all the data available here, but we do have this all-time high, all-time low available on this history, and we can see that we are way below the middle. While the euro dollar does not have divergences in play at the moment, the pound dollar does. So for me, buy these dips absolutely makes sense all the way to the middle. It might take a long time, of course, but I do see this opportunity very interesting. Let me know, how do you see the pound dollar in the comments. Next one I want to cover would be gold. Lots of questions were asked during the last few months. Did we see an all-time high already on the gold, and from there the way down is guaranteed? Honestly, I'm not so sure about that. Looking on the all-time high and lows, of course, it feels like the all-time high is currently in play, but I am not certain that this cycle is over. I do expect to see some correction, some retraces or corrective movements, but I don't think, or I'm not certain that this all-time high is basically going to hold. I do expect a final rally. I do expect the gold to go and complete its cycle. So the way I see that, the drops should be nothing more than short to mid-term. And by short I don't mean day trading. I mean weeks by months in that case, right? But then the long-term to continue to the upside until the bearish divergence will go and complete itself on the monthly chart. A few levels to pay attention to. Of course, we have some very strong rising supportive lines on the horizon. We have here some inner zone before the next buyers took control. We have this massive supportive area, resistance that became support. So from there, very likely to expect the gold provide buy opportunities. Meanwhile, on the short term, or I would say shorter term, we could see the gold making here a BCD correction before further continuation, as we already bounced from overbought conditions. But on the other hand, we could also face one more or two more rallies for false breakup to complete this cycle for fake high, and from there to experience some deeper corrections to the levels mentioned. And so short term, we could be facing sell opportunities, yes, but on the longer run, I really have doubts that the all-time high was completed. The way it looks right now, there is more to go. Let me know, how do you see the gold? What would you expect from this one in the comments? Next one, let's talk about the Bitcoin. Do we have more to go? So I believe the answer is yes. Not only technically speaking, also fundamentally speaking, the implementation of this world of cryptocurrencies, the implementation of this new technology is very likely to increase starting from 2025 as Trump entered his administration, and their acceptance of the cryptocurrencies, not only there, other governments as well, of course, should bring more bright days to this market. The implementation in day-by-day life, everything we know, the shops and websites and brands that will start to accept payments by these coins would very likely continuously increase. There is a serious talk about the implementation of Ripple as the main technology that is going to replace the SWIFT system for bank wires, as we know that. All these things could bring a lot of the light and the mainstream, the cryptocurrencies to the mainstream, and therefore the very likely continuation to the upside. Technically speaking, we don't have much history here on this chart, but of course Bitcoin has, the way it looks right now, not completed its cycle. I believe that any correction here, which could happen, of course, is very likely to bring further opportunities until the cycle will be completed. I don't have specific levels which I would be expecting. 150,000, 200,000 are very possible. I don't think we are going to a million, as so many try to sell us in 2025. Of course, I might be wrong. Everything is possible when it comes to such phenomena as the Bitcoin. So buy the dips, from my point of view, is the right approach to the crypto market, and I believe if we have these dips, don't panic. Okay, that's the exact purpose of the short-term money flows, to cause panic, to create some fear, and to make you, oh no, now it's time to sell, now it's time to sell. Any drop here is very welcome. Not the monthly chart, not the weekly chart seems completed the way it looks. There is more to go, and I would be expecting from pullbacks to see the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies continue its bullish run. Very likely not only during 2025, this run could continue through the next years. There are some talks like 2028 or 2030, like the years for the peaks. Very possible, but maybe even beyond that. Okay? Of course, don't expect everything is going to be one way. There will be tough days. There will be days that you will doubt and question the whole technology, like always. But generally speaking, it looks like a legit investment. And of course, I personally believe in the main currencies: Bitcoin, Ripple, Solana, Elrond, and so on and so on. You name it, Cardano. There are many of them, right? The ones that actually offer solutions. Right? All the meme coins, they are fun, they are profitable in times, but there is nothing standing behind them than gamble. Nothing wrong with that. They deliver hundreds and thousands of percent sometimes. But they also, keep in mind, very important, many of them also will end with zero value and simply delisted, simply disappear, and we just forget about it and move to the next one with the hope that they will make us millionaires. Maybe they will. Just keep in mind, there are more failures in this than successes. So sticking to the ones that provide realistic solutions to the technologies is a smart decision from my point of view. And a word about the indices. Did we see all-time peak here? So once again, my answer is very likely not. I do expect to see retraces. I do expect to see corrections, but I don't think it's over. I think there is more to come here until this cycle will be completed. So from my point of view, I'm showing S&P 500. It is pretty much similar to all the other indices. As I said, I do expect corrections, but for the long run, unless something very unexpected will happen, I do not think that we saw all-time high. I think this retraces. We have several very important levels. We have some rising trend lines on the horizon. So any retrace closer to these zones should bring opportunities to buy and to rally, very, very likely to new highs. So did we see all-time highs when it comes to indices? My answer is very likely not. I might be wrong, okay? But I don't think that the very long-term cycle is over. I definitely believe that we should be facing some corrections, but these corrections to the key levels I mentioned, to the trending lines, to the demand levels, should bring opportunities afterwards. It could happen during 2025. It could even last beyond that point, as we are talking here about long-term charts. So to answer the question, is the all-time high cycle completed? I believe the answer is no. On the short term, once again, S&P, Nasdaq, German DAX, Dow Jones, you name them, I believe on the short term we should be facing some corrections. Very possible, very likely scenario, but longer term speaking, buy the dips is probably still the preferred direction. What do you think about the Bitcoin, the S&P? Let me know in the comment section. That's it for this video. I can't cover them all, of course. I decided to pick the major ones where the most of the interest is. Of course, you are very welcome to enjoy all the other opportunities as we spot them in the real time. And I want to welcome you to our trading family, the Home Trader Club, where you will be enjoying all the real-time opportunities, all the real-time trading education, access to all of our comprehensive, completed, full courses and media zone. Join our family with the link below this video in the description. And I want to thank you for taking the time watching this video. I hope you find your value in it. Don't forget to hit the like button if you did. And I want to invite you to subscribe to our channel with the subscribe button to enjoy all the other videos we will keep uploading for you in 2025. Best to you and yours once again. Happy New Year, and I'll see you during the year with new videos and new content. All the best. Good trading. Bye for now.